What's up, everybody? Program here. Great episode last week, and let's just talk about it a little bit before the new episode comes out today. This is S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 3 review, and tonight will be episode 4. And how I've usually been doing it up to now is, right before the new episode comes out, I'm posting one so we can discuss what's going on right before the next episode. Next week I might change it up a bit, so on Wednesday or Thursday I'll release an episode right after the episode 4, so this Wednesday or Thursday. But before we get into that, I do want to say, this is not a Halloween episode. I mean, if you want me to, I guess I could wear a mask or something in the next episodes, but I think I'm scary enough already, right? But anyway, so I still want to be doing this since, we started this before the Halloween thing. But anyway, let's get into it. Main thing about this episode, supervillain backstory. I was really looking for something of that nature, because like I was saying in the previous episode, I wanted something more that was something that wasn't just from the movies, because everything that they used up until this episode was things that we already knew about from the Avenger movie, Captain America, stuff of that nature, Iron Man, Extremis. But this is something totally different. They're bringing in a new element, gravitonium, and because of that they make graviton at the end of the episode. And this was the backstory of Frank Hall, aka Graviton. And I love that. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, because if you know anything about Graviton in the comics, he's more of an obscure, he's not really well known like Loki and other huge villains, but Graviton is someone that gave the Avengers a run for the money the first time that he was introduced. He actually defeated all of the Avengers that were fighting him besides Black Panther. But then after they figured out how to, counteract his power and fight him, he started, bringing other supervillains with him. And every time he came back, he was a big force to reckon with. He was hard to defeat. So that's my question is, do you honestly think that this S.H.I.E.L.D. team, as good as they are, being normal people, do you think they can fight someone like Graviton, someone that's able to control gravity? I mean, that's not a little laughing matter, I'm pretty sure he's gonna give them a run for the money, which begs the question: are we gonna see a superhero backstory, just like we did with this episode, The Asset? Do you think they're going to create a new superhero, probably like a second-rate superhero, in some way, just someone that can at least give them more of a fair chance when fighting against Graviton? Because they do have Fitz and Simmons, so they're technical geniuses. So just like Black Panther, he was able to find a way to counteract Graviton's powers. I'm pretty sure Fitz and Simmons can do that as well. But they're going to need someone with a little bit more superhero-ness, if you will. Someone that actually has powers that can fight and hold off Graviton until they're able to administer the effects of, stopping him. But I don't know, maybe they can do it without a superhero, and that would just make the show even that much cooler, just, showing what, May can do as the Cavalry, and, who Sky is going to end up being. And that was the other thing about this episode. This was Sky's defining moment. She did really good being on her own, and it seemed like it was gonna play a little bit with the rising tide thing, because I thought she was going to turn. I honestly thought that she was gonna say, screw S.H.I.E.L.D. This is a great opportunity, so I'm gonna take it. But no, she actually followed through. So I mean, it's still one of those, she's up in the air, and I know that's gonna become a huge issue later on in the series. I'm still looking forward to that. Does everyone else like Sky, or what do you think about that? Anyway, so the other main thing I wanted to say is, I'm right, yeah. You remember when I was talking about Agent Coulson being life model decoy? The chances of that are even more plausible, because if you remember, he was talking about, when he was loading his gun and being on the field in this episode, he said he's rusty, and a lot of the stuff that he should have done that he couldn't should be muscle memory, but it wasn't. you know, if you're a clone or a life model decoy, you're not going to have that muscle memory anymore. So I'm honestly thinking that that's going to apply later on in the episodes, and that's awesome. You know, not just because I was right, okay, maybe a little bit, but I thought that's really cool that they're going to bring in life model decoys, because that can bring so much more in the future. So, and one other thing, I do like Graviton. Like his backstory was really cool, because that just shows that not all supervillains are bad people. Like, you know, the reason for them becoming who they are, they had good intentions to start out. Like, he honestly felt he was doing the right thing, getting rid of this, you know, element that no one should have available to them. So he was fighting a noble cause, but, you know, it just didn't go in his favor. And it'll be interesting to see how his mindset turns when he does fully become Graviton. And that was the other thing. Like, I wonder if they're going to make Graviton a supervillain in this series, or are they going to push it and have him later in, like, as a supervillain for another hero in another movie. I'm not sure. But anyway, let me know what your guys' thoughts were of this episode. And also, the new episode comes out tonight, so after you watch the episode, go back on here, comment, let me know what you thought of it, and I'm going to be most likely filming the next episode either Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll have it posted. And if you brought up anything, or if you want me to talk about anything, I'll go ahead and add that into my video. And I'm just gonna do a normal review next time and see how that works, just to test it out, since I'm not really getting a lot of viewers right now. But anyway, so just let me know what you guys are thinking, and if you want me to wear a mask, let me know what kind, and I can maybe pick one up. Yeah, to make it more Halloweeny. Anyway, you guys have a great week, and I will see you later.